up guys, AK here with another video. So as you know, we kind of do those mismatches that no one really kind of expects. So kind of getting another one today. And I obviously do a lot of Bleach content, Dragon Ball, and that's pretty much going to be bringing that up, both of those animes up today. So with Dragon Ball, we're going to be comparing Dragon Ball Z, not Super, Frieza, because Dragon Ball Super Frieza obviously scales much higher than Dragon Ball Super or Z. And Yamamoto Genryusai, the head captain of Bleach. The reason I did this match is because they're both pretty formidable opponents in their own respects, in their own universes at the times, and in Dragon Ball Z and Bleach. And Yamamoto is the head captain, rules over the Gote 13, the Soul Society, and in good ways and bad ways, like upholds justice in a sense. And then you have Freiza, who just wanted to kill people, blow planets up, destroy the Saiyan race, pretty much made them obsolete, and who's to say about other races and whatnot. So basically a good captain versus someone who is just evil in a sense. So that'd be kind of a cool thing to just throw out there and see who would win. And no, I'm not Bleach biased. The other debates that I've done where Bleach characters have won is my own opinion and with my own feats shown that I've gone over. So yeah, I'm not biased, it's just facts, and at the end of the day, basically an opinion because we don't have confirmation from the writers on who would actually win in fights, but here we go. So basically, we're going to start with Freiza because he has some pretty good, solid feats. So obviously, right off the bat, the first one is he blows up Planet Vegeta with literally, and the attack he does is big, but it takes him zero effort to do, and it destroys Planet Vegeta with no effort. So at the beginning of the saga, in a base form, he's beyond planetary. For sake of argument, we'll say like multi-planetary, which is easily not a stretch at all. And then we get into the Frieza saga where he fights Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, Krillin, and he has these ascensions, which his first form, it gets him up to a power level of 1,000,000. Like right off the bat, I think it is right at 1,000,000. And Vegeta was actually keeping up with base form Frieza, and this form literally just made him crap his pants, and he wanted nothing to do with this form of Frieza. So if you take that multi-planetary feat, it would obviously be much higher at this point, so we'll say multi-planetary plus, because we're not going to put him at solar system that's cell level, and we know that's Frieza's not cell level. So obviously his power and speed would be way up there, and I just want to point out that Dragon Ball characters were planetary, or even moon level at the beginning, with Piccolo being able to destroy a moon, and they were faster than light at the beginning of the series as well in Dragon Ball Z. Piccolo's attack was faster than light when he attacked the moon by, I think, a couple times, so I forget the exact calc for it, but it was much faster than light. So obviously, even before when they fought Frieza, these guys would be way faster than light, so when they're fighting Frieza, they're probably, I would like, easily hundreds of times faster than the speed of light in the Freiza saga, being that these guys are multi-planetary. So yeah, they're obviously faster than light. Frieza being able to do, light feats in his base form. For example, he was going toe-to-toe with Vegeta, who obviously was light speed because he was compared to Piccolo in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z. He was way stronger than Piccolo, who did a light feat and a moon feat. So yeah, and they get much, much, much more stronger. Like, for instance, when Goku, Krillin, and Gohan beat Vegeta in the Saiyan saga, Vegeta had the power level, I think it was 20,000 right after he got healed, so he had a major Zenkai boost. So at the point where he fought Frieza, was pretty big and an impressive gap. And then Frieza has second form, so yeah, he's in second form, then he goes in his third form and just absolutely destroys Piccolo with no difficulty at all. So that would obviously say that his third release would be way stronger than his second. Would make it seem like nothing, because Piccolo was beating second form, if not keeping up very well. So for him to turn the tables that easily with a form release is quite the difference. So again, he'd be faster and stronger, so that light speed feat would be way higher. Again, I would put them at a few hundred times speed of light in this particular area of Dragon Ball Z, which again is not far-fetched. I'm not going to calc it, but that's a pretty good guess. And they're multi-planetary plus. And then Frieza goes in his final form, and Vegeta goes what he thinks is Super Saiyan, which it's not. They fight, and then Frieza, again, with 0 difficulty, beats Vegeta. 0 difficulty. And Vegeta's much more stronger. He had a Zenkai boost because he almost got killed and whatnot. Got killed and basically got beat to death by Frieza until Goku showed up. Started fighting Frieza and was doing very well against Frieza, but Frieza was honestly just playing a game with him the whole time. And we figured out that Frieza wasn't even using, I think it was like 25% of his power the whole time. And we see Goku use Kaioken times 20, which is times 20 Goku's, obviously we know it's times 20 of Goku's power level, and that still was not enough to beat Frieza. He wasn't even at 50% power. So, yeah, I would easily say that Frieza's final form is beyond multiplanetary, very close to solar system. He's beating up 8 times 20 Kaioken Goku. He tanked his Spirit Bomb, and he fought Goku in Super Saiyan form when he did go Super Saiyan. Goku was obviously stronger, but once Frieza went 100%, it was a pretty good fight. Goku did die. He did die when he got thrown into the lava. I believe he did, and then he got wished back because the wish was made to bring back Frieza. Everyone had killed, everyone who died from Frieza had been brought back by the dragon from Namek. So, yeah, then Goku came back, killed Frieza. So, yeah, you have Frieza keeping up with the Super Saiyan Goku. You have him beating up, just absolutely bodying a amped Vegeta with a Zenkai boost without even using, I would say, 10% of his power. So he's an absolute monster. Basically, he's fighting Super Saiyan Goku, who is, made base Frieza look like a joke, at the end of the day. And so at the end of the day, we have Frieza nearing solar system levels of power and hundreds of times the speed of light. Would be a pretty accurate, assumption. And his durability, again, is insane. He was tanking attacks from Goku. Vegeta launched like a massive blast at him. He basically just kicked it out of the way. So his durability, again, would probably be around that multiplanetary levels of attack potency and durability. So you have Frieza at hundreds of times the speed of light. Easily, don't have calcs, but it would be a pretty good estimate because of the power stacking and whatnot at the time, and how strong Frieza would get. And you have nearing solar system levels of attack potency and durability. So now let's move on to Yamamoto. So we're kind of gonna jump. Well, yeah. Anyway, Yamamoto is the head captain of the Gote 13, and every single captain fears him. Yukitake and Sunsui fought him with both Shikais activated, and they still were having a very hard time. They were not going to be even a Shikai Yamamoto. So two captains that the head captain literally trained were like, no, we can't beat him. It's not going to happen. And Shikai. So you already have this guy that's making 2 of the best captains shit their pants pretty much. And he claims to be the strongest warrior, I think, in 2,000 years or 1,000 years. So, yeah, there's that too. Strongest Shinigami in 1,000 years. And even Aizen recognizes that he has the strongest Bankai, most formidable Bankai in the Soul Society. So for Aizen to even say that is obviously pretty insane, since he, to me, is probably second to Yamamoto in power and in knowledge, because he's 1, insanely smart, and 2, insanely powerful. He knows all the Kidos and Hados. And obviously he gets to hear Goku and transcends, but even still, before he had the full Hyoku, he was still scared of Yamamoto. He literally made a plan to trap Ryujin Jako, which is obviously Yamamoto's Zanpakuto. And even after Yamamoto beat Extinguer, he tried to contain the explosion and still threw out a Kido against Aizen. So, and then after that, we move to the 1,000-Year Blood War, where we see him use his Bankai against a fake Yuha, which is a good fight, but it still sucks that it was fake. And he pretty much says, I'm going to destroy the entire Soul Society if we don't finish this fast. And mind you, he's suppressed. He has 1 arm, and he just got done getting smacked down by his assistant captain's Bankai, who was killed. And yeah, so he got hit by that Bankai like probably close to a dozen times. So he was fatigued, suppressing his Bankai, and was still going to destroy the entire Soul Society, which has stars in the sky, so it's beyond planetary. Um, I've heard people say it's like solar system to galaxy. And also, if you factor in he was going to destroy everything, which would be disintegration. And there's multiple infinite zones in the Soul Society: the Valley of Infinite Screams, the Muken, and the I don't know if you could want to count this, but the place where you go, you travel through different dimensions. I don't know if you would destroy that or not, but at least 2 infinite zone destructions would count in that area. And I could definitely calc the Soul Society to bare minimum planetary plus, and like the highest you could probably get it would be galaxy, hence all the stars in the sky, and all the stars would be housed by at least the solar system level of an area, if not higher, because as you know, some of the stars we see in our solar system are out of in our sky are out of the solar system. So if you want to go at bare minimum, it would be planetary, and at the highest it would be galaxy. So you could go anywhere in that area. And his speed tiers higher than any of the head captains would show FTL plus feats at the beginning of Bleach. Hence, when Hitsugaya dodged Jin's Bankai or Shikai, I forget which one it was like right at his eyeball, and he dodged it, and it was 2.2 times the speed of light, and Yamamoto like craps all over that speed and easily fights Yuha. He is easily MFTL plus. I would say I've seen people put him at hundreds of times the speed of light or thousands, because he does scale above a Vasto Lord Ichigo, who was moving way faster than Ukiura, which was moving faster than a Shikai or Bankai Holomask Ichigo, who was way faster than light, is at least tens of times, if not hundreds of times the speed of light in Vasto Lorde. So yeah, Yamamoto would tier above that, which would give him MFTL speed. So speed-wise, it's a relatively close battle. For feats, Yamamoto has his Bankai, which is Zanka no Tachi, and it has 4 stages. I honestly forgot some of them, but one is he cloaks the blade in all the 15 million degree blade, pretty much. You can contain all of his flames in that one blade. And then the other one is he can summon, I think, trillions of souls that he's killed over the years onto the enemy. So he could use that against Freiza. Freiza had to fight off the people that he summoned. And who knows what he could summon, who he could summon, who he can't, from who he's killed. Because it is enemies that he has killed himself. So he definitely has enough durability to fight Freiza. He's taken attacks from other Shinigami, Yuha, the fake Yuha. And he's been constrained by a fake Unohana with a bunch of attacks, and he still did nothing to him. Fought Aizen. Aizen was scared of this guy, so that shows you something. Yeah. And Driscoll, the Quincy, he one-shotted. A Quincy that was running through assistant captains. He killed Sasakibe, so someone not weak at all. He took his Bankai straight to the face at least a dozen times, if not a little less. But yeah, his durability I wouldn't say like match his destructive power, because again, his destructive power can be extreme low ball planetary plus to galaxy. If not, I've heard multi-galaxy, like I wouldn't go that wouldn't be like too far of a stretch. If he could use his Bankai to destroy everything in the Soul Society in existence, then maybe. But where I would personally put him is a solar system plus. It just makes sense to me anyway, how big of an area he would be destroying and what he would be destroying inside of there and outside of the area. So I would say like solar system plus is his AP, if not higher, but for sake of argument we'll go there, because I don't need anyone popping on a video and being like, oh, you're highballing. So we'll say solar system plus for Yamamoto. And how a fight would go down is, honestly, it could go either way. They're pretty close. Yamamoto's pretty ruthless. He's not giving Freiza time to power up. So if it's like base form Freiza versus Yamamoto, it's going to go to Yamamoto if Yamamoto gets Bankai. Even Shikai would be a very good match for base form Freiza, just because they're relativistic to each other in AP and speed. and especially Frieza in base, because he's obviously not anywhere near his full speed or his AP and his full state that he would be. So like base Frieza versus Shikai Yamamoto, I see Yamamoto being able to catch Frieza in his flames and possibly being able to disintegrate him and or cut him, because he also knows Hados and Hitos as well. So base form Frieza would probably lose to Shikai Yamamoto. If he had to use Bankai, then I would definitely be able to just, I think, one-shot base Frieza, if not a few shots with Zanko no Tachi's blade, would just chop him right up like Trunks did. So Bankai Yamamoto definitely beats first and second form Frieza for sure, without a doubt. Third form, he's definitely going to have to use Bankai, and I definitely see him having a slight issue. Like it'd probably be mid-diff, seeing that Frieza bodied amped Piccolo, and with no problem really, like any problem at all. He'd be multi-planetary plus and hundreds of times the speed of light, so they're close to each other. I still see Yamamoto being a little faster, if not a bit faster, but AP wise and durability, they're pretty close at this point. If again, Yamamoto would still be a little bit above, being he was going to destroy the entire of the Soul Society, which is a pretty crazy feat. But as soon as Frieza goes final form, Yamamoto's going to have to use Bankai, no matter what, even if he's at 50%, again, because he's high multiplanetary in this form, if not nearing solar system levels, but we can't put him there at cell level, so it wouldn't make sense for him to be cell level. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to give it to Yamamoto. He still has better feats, he still is faster, and this is Dragon Ball Z Freiza Saga. No one, not Mecha Freiza Saga. And the reason I would give it to Bankai Yamamoto is because in Zanko no Tachi, he is literally as hot as the sun, 15 million degrees, which it would literally cut through Frieza like butter if it touches him. He does have durability, yes, but it wouldn't. He's not surviving a cut from a 15 million degree blade. He would survive it because he survived his Destructo disc, but after a couple hits, he's gonna be too chopped up to even breathe. Yamamoto would be able to chop his head off. And to me, Yamamoto would still be faster with everything that's shown. Maybe not much, but he definitely should be a little faster in Bankai. And if Frieza comes near him, it's really not going to be a good time either, because it's that hot near Yamamoto. Like if he wants to, he could just burn Frieza. And Frieza's not coming near 50 million degree presence. It's just not. He would literally just burn himself to a crisp. It would not happen. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Yamamoto would definitely, in my eyes, take Dragon Ball Z Frieza if he used Bankai Shikai. Final Form Frieza would probably be able to kill him, but that's a different argument. But Bankai Yamamoto definitely takes the cake with Dragon Ball Z Frieza. Thanks for coming. Drop your opinions down below if you have any.